in a game, but ultimately, what was the difference in your mind?
Just that. A few key plays, plenty of opportunities, um, and our team battled really hard, and I'm super proud of the effort. Yeah, a handful of plays changed the game.
Coach, on special teams, if you can talk a little more specifically about it. Halftime, you mentioned it. Did you see any improvement, and were there some things that cost you in that phase?
Yeah, there's certainly a kickoff return for a touchdown, a punt return that goes to change his field position, and then we have our defense out to block a field goal, and we jump off sides, and so that alone could have been the difference, right? Those three certainly impacted the game.
Coach, defensively, quickly, just talk about, you picked Kenny Pickett off twice. Just what you saw, leverage, tackling, and the collective performance of the defense.
They tried really, really hard, and I was really proud of not only them but our team. And just a few key plays and some cleaner play, and to win a division on the road, that's what you have to do, and a couple plays short.
Last two things, Coach. Brennan Armstrong, 487 yards, 3 touchdowns. You could go on for Brennan for a while, but just how good is it to have him back as you look to finish the season?
Brennan's exceptional. I think if he's not the best quarterback in college football, I don't know how to gauge that, but I know this, he's exceptional.
You have goals as the season begins. The Coastal Division is won. Even if that's behind you now, it's winning what you call the state championship. Just your thoughts as you look towards being back at home against Virginia Tech next week.
Oh, yeah. It's championship football, and this was the first one, and there's another one next week, and then there's a bowl championship. That's what good programs do, and they have meaningful games at the end of the season, and every game is meaningful for us, and our team has earned that.
Thank you, Coach. Guys, that's the head coach. Let's go back to the team.
We'll start with Jeff, then Mike, and Gene.
Bronco, did you feel that your team had more self-inflicted ones than you can afford in a game of this magnitude?
Certainly.
Particularly the penalties.
Yeah, I didn't keep track of the penalties, but I've already talked about the special teams plays, but certainly you got to play cleaner to win a championship.
Bronco, the moment after the game, and they're announcing them as the Coastal Division champions, your guys are on the field. With a young team, that can be one of those motivating moments going forward. What is the impact, though, when you have such a veteran team? And is it just game to be out there for that?
Yeah, when it's the goal that you have for the entire season, and you know that you had every chance to compete and perform and win, and then to see it go to someone else, it hurts.
Bronco, what did the week look like for Brennan, and when was the decision made to start? Game time, or did you know before?
No, he started throwing earlier in the week with less pain, and so we were hopeful earlier on, and just hoped it continued, which fortunately it did.
David, then Greg.
Bronco, it sure looked from upstairs that you guys blitzed an awful lot today and made Pickett move, made him uncomfortable, got a few sacks. Was that something you knew you wanted to do coming in?
It's the Coastal Championship. We weren't going to save anything, and we weren't going to keep anything uncalled or undone, and so we did everything we could.
What were the issues that Jordan Addison, for the challenges there that you guys?
Yeah, he's a really good player, and they use him. I think they used him really well. And wow, right at the end, I thought we had an interception, and somehow he comes up with the ball. He's tough to defend, and I think he has been all year.
So how much were those fourth down catches that he had? I think 2 were touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Those are again, you could lead to or name a lot of things that are the difference in the game. So there's the special teams part of it, and then the fourth downs, that alone, right? And then we already talked about some penalties, and there we are, right, still at the end, so just too many mistakes in critical times or credit Pitt, right, for them making great plays on fourth down to win the game. And I prefer to look at it that way. I mean, you got to give credit to where it's due, and in championship games you have to make the critical play at the right time.
Jeff, then Mike.
Weeks was in on a number of plays at linebacker. Was this a glimpse today of the player you think he can become?
Oh yeah, we're really excited about West, and yeah. And there's some really good young linebackers. Mike Green is another one. He had a sack early in the game, but Wes did a really nice job, and yeah, we're excited about both of them.
I know you've been effusive in your praise of Brennan and how great he's been, but did you anticipate first game back him to be, it seemed like he didn't miss a beat. Did you anticipate that level from him?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I've just been around him long enough now to not expect anything else. He's really good.
What kind of a luxury is it to have? I mean, most people would think there's a reacclimation, kicking some rust off. What kind of a luxury is it to have a guy who can step back in like that?
There aren't many people like in any field that are like that, and our team knows we're never out of a game, and we don't ever not have a chance to win when he's our quarterback.
Preston and David and Jeff.
Bronco, you mentioned the mistakes and the penalties. There's also that botched snap that put y'all back there on third down. How do you kind of rally these guys, especially a veteran group like this, going into next week with so much on the line for the state championship?
Yeah, I don't. They do. That's what the great teams do. I lead and I guide and I help and I motivate and I set parameters and I do everything I can. Ultimately, they claim the direction we want to go, and I try to help them. But yeah, they'll take care of that part.
Bronco, was there a specific breakdown on the kickoff return?
Wow.
For a touchdown? I know and you changed kickers later. Did you think about changing early, or how did all of it?
No, I didn't. And kickoff coverage, I thought, has been one of our best special teams this year. And when I looked up, I just saw, so they had a blocker for each of us, and right, really good teams, you beat blocks and make tackles. You don't just have unblocked players. But I didn't see it long enough to diagnose it. Otherwise, I would be more clear with you. But clearly, we got out leveraged and we didn't get off blocks to make a play. But I don't know exactly what led to that.
One of your primary goals all season has been to win the Coastal. With that goal no longer attainable, do you expect it to be difficult at all to kind of shift to the next one, which is the state championship?
Oh, I think that anytime there's something that you care really deeply about, to expect any person, grown, old, young, whatever, to now just move on and be ready by the time we get on the bus, no, it's going to take some time, because we were planning on being the Coastal champion. That's been a goal, and so yeah, there's some time where you have to regroup and redefine, and then commit and move forward. And the sooner the better. But when the team tries as hard and are as committed as ours is, to think that just flips that fast, yeah, it's going to take it a little bit.
Take our last two questions from Greg and Mike.
Yeah, just about some of the efforts your receivers had, Wicks and Thompson, and of course Woods and Henry. What did you see there, and did you like their fight from start to finish?
Yeah, Brennan's exceptional, but he also throws it to really good targets. And it's been consistent all year. We have a really good receiving core. We have a really good quarterback. We have an exceptional offense, and yeah, they showed it again tonight.
In terms, just to clarify with Brennan, you said less pain throwing the ball. Was it still a painful night physically for him to do the things he did?
I didn't ask him. He wanted to play and said he could, and I didn't ask him anymore after that.